This is a video for students introducing you to Edmodo. We're just going to go over the basics. So that means 1, signing up and joining a class, 2, customizing your profile, and 3, revising your update preferences. So the first thing we need to do is go to Edmodo, and it's just edmodo.com. A Google search on that will bring it up right away. Brings you to this page. Switch from teachers to students here. Your teacher should have given you a group code. That's going to go here. Go ahead and use your real name unless your teachers ask you to do something different. I'm going to ask you guys to use your real names here. It is all confidential within the Edmodo system. You don't have to use your full name though. The username can really be anything you want as long as it's appropriate. Email is optional, and it is up to you. That's just a preference thing we'll talk about later about whether you want to use that or not. And hit sign up. This is the main interface. On the left here, it's going to show you the group that you're a part of. That group code automatically puts you into this class. If you're already a part of Edmodo and you need to join another class, just hit the plus and enter their group code. That'll get you to join their class. So let's talk about customizing your profile. In the top right corner with the arrow here, that'll bring you to your account, and just click Profile. Okay, there's not a lot that you can customize here, and this section really is pretty lame. The quotes section, even if you want to put your own quote in, it has to be part of the archive that they already have of quotes, which I'm guessing is about liability issues and school appropriateness. Anyway, the main thing though is update your picture here. Just click on the pencil that shows up, and you can either upload a picture or make some fun avatar. So that's customizing your profile. Last, we'll talk about updating your preferences, and that really is the most important part here. Hit the arrow again and go to Settings. And on the left side, this is another place you can enter an email address if you do want to enter one later, or update the photo. But on the left side, click Email and Text Updates. The ones that I'm going to have you select are Alerts, Notes, Direct Messages, and Replies. Alerts are just going to be messages sent from the teacher. That'll be homework reminders or different study tips, things like that. Notes can come from the teacher or from your classmates. Direct messages are going to be things that aren't sent to the whole class, things that are just sent to you, either from a teacher or classmate. And replies are self-explanatory. I don't know that we'll be using assignments or quizzes, so you can have those unchecked to start with. Now, later in the semester, you may want to uncheck notes for a weekend or maybe for the rest of the semester, depending on your experience with this. What can happen is if we have a weekend where a lot of people are using Edmodo to give each other feedback on thesis statements or something like that, and you have this set to update you via text messages, you could get 50 text messages in an hour, and that's going to make you hate Edmodo. So it might be, if you know you're going to be checking Edmodo, you may want to just choose not to get updates on notes for a certain weekend or a couple days, something like that, so that you don't get an overload of text messages. If you do choose to not get notes for the future, definitely start with it checked, but later if you want to uncheck that, go ahead. But do keep alerts checked for sure, and direct messages checked, and replies checked. So none of this though is going to matter until you choose update type. Right now you only have one option, and that's text message, and usually the other option here is email, but that's not showing up because we did not put an email address in yet. So let's just go with the text message option. You do need to put your area code in. You don't need the 1 in front of it though. Choose your provider, and when you hit save, it's going to send you an activation code, so you do need to have your phone with you at some point here and put that in before you get any updates. Last thing I'll show you is on the home page here. The main thing we'll be using Edmodo for is communication. So this is where you type notes, type messages to the teacher, to your classmates. So let's say you have a question one night. What was tonight's assignment? Type the message. I can't remember how many characters it limits it to, but you can't type a full paragraph in here. Choose who you want to send it to. If you want to send it to your entire class, you can do that. You can send it to individual people, multiple people, and you have the option to send it just to the teacher too. Alright, so we've covered the basics. We've gone over signing up and joining a class, customizing your profile, and revising your preferences. If you do have any questions, definitely ask me.